Now, before we get into this entertaining video, we would just like to remind you to like and subscribe.
Yes, please do like and subscribe.
Sunflowers! Well, hello there, everyone, and how are you guys today? Well, I am here to do a reading on Chelisa, Rose and Lisa from Blackpink. Now, there has been quite a few people that over the last couple of months have asked me to do a reading on Rose and Lisa. Some wanted to know about their friendship. I guess some wanted to know about if they were in some form of a relationship. However, I was just finally caught up with what you blinks were seeing just a month ago. TikTok is working hard with the K-pop algorithm, I swear. So what has came across my feed? Well, I'm sure if you blinks know, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The very awkward interaction between Jennie and Lisa. And how Lisa just seemed to be all over Rose. I understand now why you guys wanted to know. And also to that one person that made a comment in one of my videos when I read on, I think it was Lisa. And I said that I'm going to assume that in this reading that the only other person, was it Lisa? If it was not Lisa, it was Rose. One of those two readings. And I said, whoever this female energy that's popping up, I'm going to presume that is, if I was reading for Lisa, I'm going to assume it's Jennie. And if I was reading for Rose, I'm going to assume it's Jisoo. Well, actually, it turned out that apparently Lisa and Rose have some form of friendliness with each other, however you would like to put that or categorize that. I am not here to try to. However, there are quite a few videos that you will see on the screen right here that I came across on TikTok, and it had me thinking. Oh man, did it have me thinking. So I want to really know what's going on with Rose and Lisa's friendship. So this card, also I kind of went on a little rabbit hole to see about what was going on in Rose's with Rose and her health and her weight, because I did notice in that video, even though I'm sure, Rose and Lisa are close. We'll find out how close in this reading. But I did notice that when Lisa had hugged Rose and she felt like Rose's hand, like arm, like trying to like measure it, I guess, and stuff like that, she was like, I guess, astonished to see Rose's weight. And I looked and I checked, and even the theories seemed to be correct. It seemed like when Rose debuted solo with her song On the Ground, that's when it all seemed to start, when her weight started to come down. And I was looking into the lyrics, I was trying to figure it out. Little side tangent here, just really want to touch on Rose, because I am going to make her the main focus of this reading and see how she connects with Lisa. However, because I normally pick to read on Lisa, typically in the reading, I'm going to pick on Rose this time. But also, something I noticed about Rose is in that music video On the Ground, she had a specific scene where it said love is fake. And I was just so wondering, just in my little blank mind, knowing how she is with Ong Iwoo, if I pronounced it, or if I pronounced that in reverse, I apologize. However, this 4-year alleged relationship that she has been in, supposedly, allegedly, we're not sure, it's not confirmed, but the hints are there. Even I picked up a little bit in the tarot reading. However, I was wondering, I'm just like, has she known him since 2021? I was like, is this where all the heartbreak is coming from? And where Rose's just like, I lost myself and I just wanted to get back to my roots and who I was, and to remember that with all the fame, the glitz and the glam and the glory, that to remember where I come from and who I am, and remember the basic simple stuff, maybe not chase, and especially fans were surprised that she didn't write a love song. So I'm not sure if Rosé's like, a lovesick girl, That probably would make sense. We are the lovesick girls. Okay. But so funny. I unironically said that. But just made me think about Rosé and her relationship with love in particular. And also she was kind of giving the whole Taylor Swift thing with the whole, the old Taylor is dead. She's like the old Rosé is dead, it's a new me, which totally get all that fire, symbolizing transformation out with the old and with the new, all that. And I'm just like, okay, Rosé is going through this transformative period. She was like, remember to ground myself, or remember to not get too high up in my brain, I guess, like something like that. I hope I expressed her sentiment well in that, but it does seem like since then her weight has been a concern. And I even looked pre-debut when they did do, and I was like, okay, she still was skinny, but it wasn't like as it is now. But anyway, okay. All that to be said, I am here to really focus on Rosé and her connection to Lisa. So with that being said, I'm going to put Rosé right here, and I picked this card simply because it is a more delicate woman, in my opinion, more elegant, if you could say, and she has a rose. I mean, this woman has a rose too, but this just kind of gives Rosé vibes, just in my opinion. And then this woman just seems authoritative, really stands her ground, kind of that, I want to say, aggressive energy that Lisa has, but that sense of a woman that got it together. Not saying that Rosé didn't, no, just types of energy they give. Okay. So all that to be said, let's see how Rosé and Lisa's friendship is. I see that they are very close. That makes me wonder, how close is Jisoo to the rest of the members? Because I'm like, if Rosé, Lisa, and Jenny got their own like little threesome that they got going on, I don't know what they have. What about Jisoo? But Jisoo's also the oldest out of all four of the girls. So it just seems like it's the youngins, if you want to think about it that way. But let's see. And maybe that could be another thing, the fact that Rosé is close in age with Lisa, and that's why they get along, the maknaes of the group hanging out with each other. And then what I'm not sure if this is informal or formal, but the unnies of the group, therefore, I guess, hang out with each other. I'm not sure if Jisoo and Jenny hang out like that, but okay. So with that being said, let's see. We shuffled, so now I'm going to pick cards around Rosé and see how that connects to Lisa. How that connects to Lisa, and Lisa will be over here. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Well, what do I see here? Just going to put a gap between the two cards, two sections, even though they're all really together, but for visual okay, so what do I see with Lisa and Rosé? Well, for one thing with Rosé, I definitely see so this is mostly if I'm focusing on their friendship, because I'm not sure, I'm not going to sit here and label and put them in a relationship. So I'm just going to, and I don't want, because I don't want to like either force a friendship either. I have no idea where they are, so I'm just going to put their connection. So therefore, I'm going to be just looking at generally what's going on with them and around them and how they fit into each other's lives. So Right now, what Rose could be doing, she could have thoughts of a mature woman. Now, this could symbolize a lot of things. This literally could symbolize the fact that maybe she sees Lisa as a mature new woman, or it could be Rose herself is thinking about evolving and becoming a mature woman, or Lisa or Rose could be thinking of maybe getting in contact with a mature woman who could be her mother. All that to be said, let's see what we'll come back to that's all the thoughts that could relate to, and we'll find out who that mature woman is. I know it's kind of weird to say mature woman when Rose's older than Lisa, but I guess the sense of attitude and the persona and aura that they give off in the media, Rose gives off the more like a little gentle rose flower, and then Lisa is true to her sign as an Aries. I wish I remembered Rose's sign. Rose and Gisa are actually the only two I don't know their signs, but what Rose has accomplished is a lot. She has accomplished finances. She has accomplished connections within the industry, one being Lisa, maybe one that she treasures and wants to hold on to. Like they say, there is plenty fish at the sea, and who this also could be literally Blackpink themselves, that she's accomplished being in a group of Blackpink since she stands outside of Black. Yeah, so there's only three fishes in here, and I'm reading on her. Together, that would make four fishes in this picture. So therefore, that would symbolize Blackpink and as a unit and what she's accomplished, what she's comfortable with, what she can always fall back to, who's the girls that's always been there for her, understand her, can always help talk to her, people that she could have looked up to, and now she's seeing how all the girls together have now matured from when they used to be babies to now when they're mature grown adults, now seeing the 8 years of Blackpink evolve. That's what Rose could be doing. And in the more sense of the in the more sense in the fact of reminiscing and really reflecting. Maybe she's been in this period for a while now, starting back to On the Ground. But it seems like right now Rose is definitely in a more reminiscent feeling and is really taking in maybe more time with the people that she loves and cherishes and who's there for her. But let's see what's in the past. In the past, I see the commerce ship, which basically is which is in her mind at that point. So in that point, she was thinking about, and we'll say in the past will represent like the last 6 years. So I guess 2024 up to now symbolizes her. I don't want to say going solo, but I have been saying all the girls have been going solo, even though they're part of Blackpink and they've done solo endeavors while a part of Blackpink. This is a different kind of solo because they're I guess taking well, I'm not sure how much creative liberty Rose is going to have under YG if she hasn't signed to another label. But that's just my opinion, and you guys understand if you've seen this channel quite often. You understand I have quite a beef with YG and how they manage Blackpink, and that's not going to change. Although somebody did ask me, well, they said that they believe YG is a good company because Blackpink is very successful, which I cannot argue with that. I can definitely see what you mean by that. But also at the same time, I feel like if it was any other group, I think it was the four girls themselves and their chemistry and who they were that actually sold Blackpink more than YG sold Blackpink. But that's just my opinion. And I do agree that somewhere, somehow, YG did something because they saw it in their trainee days. They basically said they saw Blackpink since trainee days. So these four girls definitely had something And for that, they were able to make Blackpink successful. But we can all argue it's the artist that makes the group successful and not the company. But what I see in the past, within this year, for because we're pretty much at the end of the year at this point, yikes. But we see Rose is really on a ship of her own, going out into the big world. I'm not sure if she's doing more promotions. We just recently, I'm not sure how recent this video was of Rose and Lisa taking photographs together, but if it was recent, that shows you that she's still hanging out with her Blackpink girls still, because the past really is the present and the present really is the future, but it's, you can only experience one at the time and not all at once, everything, not everywhere, everything all at once. But you have to experience it in bits and in time frames, or in, like, if you've ever seen how ironic, somebody just talked about this in my class about an image of a film in each film. And also this is a very good philosophy idea as well too, imagining our reality. But actually, now that I think about it, maybe that philosopher was pretty on point. But our reality is one frame at a time, and if you add all that up together, you get a motion or a picture, just like you see a camera, a video, and stuff like that, but a single frame picture, multiple pictures. I hope I explained that. It was trying to be like philosophical, ancient, but modernized at the same time, and I hope I meshed that all well. But all that to be said, that's kind of what Rosé's doing, taking the time out to really cherish the people that she loves, but also take the time for herself, focus on her career and her music. We know Rosé can be a bit of a perfectionist when it comes to her music, so let's just always hope she's not overworking herself and overstressing about what she does with her music and her career. And maybe that's some reasons why she hasn't released music. But yeah, definitely On the Ground and some other songs that too that I didn't realize she promoted around that time was actually really great. The whole album R, chef's kiss. Okay. Love Rosé. Vocals beautiful, angelic as always. But here, what we see, whatever is in her past, something that she's keeping a secret. Now, I'm not sure if this is a secret that Lisa knows and that she's keeping. Actually, why don't I just read their cards in together? Okay, so this could have been a secret that Rose could have. Okay, first off, before I jump ahead of that, let's just establish the fact that Rose and Lisa are not looking in the same direction. However, because they're not looking at, you could argue that because they're not looking in the same direction, they're not on the same page. However, I would beg to argue that because they're not looking in the same direction, they both are covering spots that they can't see. Like, you can only see forward, you can't see what's behind you. But if you got your best friend and your pal right there to look and see what's behind you, they got you covered and you got them covered. That's how Rose and Lisa's friendship is. They got each other's back. They're always there, and they're able to see something coming before the other one does. You know, if you're like really that close, you're able to estimate and guesstimate your close one's next move, because you could just read their energy and you just understand how they move and things like that. Basically, you study this person. That's the vibe and wavelength that Lisa and Rose are on. Now that that's established, Lisa is not looking at the moon and the emotions. And why is that important? Because Rose is busy looking at what is kept secret. And what was kept secret? Things that she could have shared with Lisa in confidentiality, You know how best friends are when they share deep, dark secrets, and somebody that's could even be there for you during your dark times, vice versa, and equal for both of them. Not just not just one of them experienced it more than the other, but also at the same time. While Rose might get a little stuck on thinking about the past and reminiscing, Rose that Rose could be like that. Lisa, on the other hand, sorry, that's for Lisa. I mean, that's for Rose. That's how Rose cards come off. That she could be stuck looking off in the past and reminiscing. However, for Lisa, on the other hand, she's looking forward, and even though she can have those sentimental emotions and feelings like that, she also doesn't want to get stuck and dwell on them. So she's also able to maybe help Rose in that sense to help stay focused and present. Because what I also see in looking in their futures is Rose doesn't see maybe her stability or her foundation is becoming a little bit rocky, whatever that means, however that shall mean. I'm not quite sure. It's a question mark with Rose sometimes. But because Rose doesn't quite see this coming, like I said, she's too busy focused on something else, and Lisa's too busy looking at the future. And maybe Lisa is as that friend trying to communicate to Rose and try to like talk to her and try to be that voice of reason. And maybe Rose just isn't hearing. Maybe Rose just doesn't want to hear it, or it's just going in one ear out the other, or maybe she doesn't like fully process it or like fully take in the gravity of it. However, whatever it is, it kind of almost feels like Lisa could come off a bit two-faced in that sense. At least that's how either Lisa could perceive herself in that situation, or how Rose could perceive Lisa in this situation. But we're going to find out more about that because there is more cards that we have to talk about. Now, to jump over, I know I said my main focus was going to be on Rose, but just to give some attention to how Lisa's story or energy over here could intertwine with Rose's, because it's all one energy and it's all really how Lisa fits into Rose's life. What I do see is, now, I am going to say Rose, even though this is Lisa right here, but like I said, how Rose sees Lisa in her life. So therefore, this is just a temporary placeholder of this is how this is basically this is what I'm talking. I'm seeing it like this is how Rose's feeling, but as a placeholder for how she's feeling to symbolize how and who she's feeling about. We have Lisa here. I hope that makes sense. But what they have is they have genuine love for each other. They definitely not admire. They definitely treasure their connection. Whatever it could be, shall be, is be, was be, who knows be. But whatever it is between Lisa and Rose, there is definitely love, whether it's platonic or not. I don't know, and I'm not trying to dig that deep into that. I just want to see how they are, how deep their connection is. Like, are they like? I'm just universally saying friendship, but it could literally mean however it shall fit in their universe, or however it fits for how you guys want to interpret it. But I just want to see how deep their friendship is. Like, are they really as close as they come off on the internet? And if they are, is it like that, or is it just free girls living like they do these days? I'm not sure. It's a life out there. But whatever it is, they definitely love each other. That's as much as I'm going to say on that, or want to even think about on that. But what's underneath Lisa Rose is the star, which basically symbolizes that they've like I've said, they've grown up together, they've created stardom, they've accomplished being in the public persona. Maybe they've come over trials and tribulations together, and they always have hope when they think of each other. Just like how it is when you're just, maybe you could be like having a bad day and you're just like, oh man, I know when I see this person today, they're just gonna cheer me up. Or you could be having a bad day and you're just like, man, I know if I call this person, text this person, or do anything with this person, they're going to be able to pick up, or they're going to be there for me. They're like my rely, like they say, lean on me when you need, when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. Just carry on. I hope I am quoting that right. But you guys know, lean on me. That's how it is with Rose and Lisa. So, now that I've done that, what I'm going to do is read on. It's okay. I'm going to do a little something different with these four corners, so that way I could. All right, fine. I'm just gonna get skiddly duped over. Okay, just a little bit like that. Okay, there we go. So what I see in their four corners. Did I actually do that right? No, I didn't do the bottom cards right. There we go. Now I did that right. Now their real respective corners are in the corners that they should be. So what I see in their four corners, which also symbolizes indirect influences, is this for Rose, I was saying, symbolizes a ship moving on and being solo, but also knowing that she's on an adventure and she can always go back and lean on the people that she trusts and love and care for and grew up with, and is always there for her, to always keep her on the ground. Okay, maybe dropping some subtle hints at this point right now, but all jokes aside, Lisa sees, maybe this is a good opportunity for Rose. She's definitely going to be supportive for anything Rose does, vice versa as well. But this is just focusing on Rose specifically, but all about being friendship, supporting each other, there for each other, backbone for each other, best friends for life, thick as thieves, however you want to describe how, BFF, 4F. I hope that one was right. Yeah, I can't even think of all the acronyms. That's my best friend, go best friend. However you would like to describe it, that's the connection that it seems like Lisa and Rose have. Now, if I have said that about Lisa and Ginny in the past, who knows? They're currently going through their spout, but this is definitely a friendship that has accumulated definitely over the years. So this could have definitely been back a long time ago. So Lisa could easily have both the same connection, different in their own respect with with Ginny and Rose. But what I see is that Rose is, I guess, taking her time and is on her journey, and Rose and Lisa is going to be that person, the somebody that maybe is going to keep that hope, being remind, maybe even give some opportunities to, who knows. People are wondering if Lisa and Ginny are going to do a collab. I wonder if Lisa and Rose are going to do a collab. That one would actually be surprising in the books, but not surprising because Lisa is literally out there collabing with everybody. But what we see right here is, like I said, Rose is in her transformative era, meaning that she, I think, on the ground was the start of her transformative period of where she was just like, there's going to be some things of me that I'm going to let go and let die, so that way I can evolve and get back to who I was, or become an even better me. Use, I guess, fame and money for good and not for selfishness, or to get lost in it and forget who I am. that's the track that Rose has been on lately. And so that's what this coffin symbolizes. And this poverty symbolizes that Lisa, like I've echoed and sentimented throughout this reading, Lisa has definitely been there for Rose during her hard times, up when she's up and like down when she's down. Lisa has been there. And maybe she's seen some sides of Rose that not even Jenny or any of the other girls have seen of Rose, and for that, that is something that Lisa's good for that. Somebody that you could tell your secrets to and know that those secrets are going to be literally taken to the grave. And so she could have seen that's what this poverty symbolizes. When you're impoverished, you have nothing. You're almost in despair. You're at the bottom of the barrel. You're really hoping for hope at that point. And Lisa has seen that side of Rose and how she's overaccomplished those things. And maybe she can see where Rose has changed and where Rose is growing and becoming stronger as an individual. And who knows, maybe when Rose appears, she will appear as mature Rose, somebody who has definitely grown and has definitely taken the time for self-care and self-journey. And that seems to be the sentiment that's first it was echoing with Jenny, then it trickled onto Lisa, and now it's trickling onto Rose. But like all three of these girls have been connected and interconnected throughout the last couple of months. So maybe they all just happen to, maybe one person goes through one thing and then the other person's like, man, I got to start thinking, I don't want to go through that. Or maybe, man, I got to start preparing, think about stuff. Who knows? But whatever it is, in their future and indirect influence is this for Rose. What was once cloudy will no longer be cloudy. She's going to, whatever this funk is, whatever she's going through, whatever it is, Lisa is there for her. Now, the thief is questionable because this is an indirect influence, and you can't really make a thief great. However, there seems to be, I'm not quite sure what this thief could symbolize in terms of Lisa and Rose, because so far it has been a very great reading, good energy. It just seems like it's, I don't, it's no way I could say like Lisa is stealing time for Rose. I can't say that Lisa is wasting Rose's time. I mean, unless they are playing around like that, then that could be a waste of time if she's not trying to commit like that, which it never seems like Lisa ever wants to commit to any kind of relationship when we read on her specifically. And that's been a very common theme. But I'm not sure if that's it, but whatever this thief is, maybe Lisa's there to be a no, that doesn't even make sense. I was going to say a thief that like takes on her burdens, but a thief doesn't want a burden. What is a thief going to do for burden? So we're just going to leave that alone. There are just some cards that are so perplexing to me that I just don't try to touch because I'm just like, I might find something I'm not trying to look for, or I could state something that could literally be completely wrong and like so left field that I'm just like, yeah, I was trying to work it in. So we just going to sometimes just leave things alone. Um, However, then again, we have in the future an indirect influence, the family room and the tower, both private places, both inside buildings, both hideaway, tucked away. I'm not quite sure. The tower can symbolize an institution, an organization, a record label company, could be literally Blackpink's YG. But the family room represents private matters, things that you tell somebody in secret and in private. Maybe there could be like secret meetings or secret meetings, but like intimate secret meetings. You know what I mean? But however that like works, like I said, these I'm not going to try to label or put any kind of title to what is going on between Ginny and not Ginny, between Lisa and Rose. Because honestly, all three of these girls, outside of Jisoo, because Jisoo just doesn't seem like she gets caught up in this lovers thing. I don't know what's going on with these girls, but whatever it is, at this point, I just stopped trying to pick. At this point, I just stopped trying to put them in a relationship, and I'm just like, whatever it is, be. You know, whatever it be, it be. That's how I feel at this point. I'm just like, listen, if they lovers, they're lovers. If they friends, they're friends. If they frenemies, they're frenemies. I don't know at this point, and it seems like it's a roller coaster with these girls. So, and that's all a part about growing and developing, finding yourself, becoming a woman. Even, I mean, they are getting in I mean, it's weird to say that when they're in their late 20s, to say that they're becoming a woman, but just in the sense of becoming the woman as in mature in age, becoming a woman. Okay. Like mid, you know what I mean. When you're not young and dumb, like they say, when you start really thinking about your future and how you want to be perceived and how you want to sustain your life, is usually around the 30s mark. So for that, that's what the girls could be doing because of that. Maybe what they were doing of on again, off again, not trying to commit, fleeting here. Let's try this. Oh, I'm upset. Oopsie doopie, something happened. Instead of all that and feelings everywhere, emotions wasted, time wasted. Let's just figure out where we stand, put some boundaries in our lives, and move forward. That seems like where the energy is going for all the girls in general, but it just seems like with Rose and Lisa, whatever it is, they definitely talk behind closed doors, and they definitely have some private conversations, intimate, but intimate in both ways, like intimate like that intimate, and then like intimate in the fact that you really get deep, sensitive, and vulnerable, and open up and show your soft side, your underbelly, so, some, like I was saying earlier, some sides of yourself that other people don't get to see, and only the very few that you trust and love actually get to see that side. And that's because the people that you trust and love are the ones that will always be there and able to understand you. And when they know you the longest, then able to read your patterns and your movement, then they're really able to help you and give you sound advice that you would trust over anybody else's sound advice, especially if they're coming from a place of love, no matter what goes on between you guys. And they always show that they always are there for you, and they genuinely love you, no matter what it seems like on the surface, because they always were supportive. And that's what it really comes down to in the end. Like, despite all the little things that you guys go through, like, are you really there, like a true, genuine friend? And that's what it seems like it is for Lisa and Lisa and Rose. So with that and their connection ship, so that way, I just don't accidentally just say something that puts somebody off the wrong way, but it's open-ended however they are. But with Rose and Lisa, they definitely are like this, that's for sure. And however close this is how close this is. But with that, they definitely, at least for Rose, they definitely have a respect for each other, period, or else they wouldn't really put the energy into this relationship. However, I always do have to put a little bit of question mark on Lisa, because she has the two-faced mask and the thief, which sometimes you got to do question that. And that could just be Lisa's nature as an Aries, and she doesn't need to do that. Aries just can be a little bit more self-centered and self-focused, even though they can love you and others, they can just sometimes, it's just firsthand. Second, they have to learn secondhand to care about others. Firsthand, it's going to be them, and that's what's going to be on their mind. So with that, like they say, just don't take it. It's not personal. It's who I am. So with that, that's how Lisa is. So maybe Rose really doesn't take that personally, and if she does, maybe it could be like I said, working out those boundaries and figuring out how you work into each other's lives. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this Chalisa, Rose, and Lisa tarot reading, and enjoyed the evidence that I came with you guys that I've seen, and I'm pretty sure you guys already seen this. But this is what made me and inspired me, as well as you guys reading, because I now understand why you guys want me to read on this pairing. I get it. And it definitely did not disappoint. I am glad to see. And maybe in those times when I read on Rose and another person popped up, even for when I read on Lisa, and maybe I thought Ginny popped up, but they are kind of on their beef session, so maybe that was Rose. They are females after all. It is hard to distinguish which of the 4 Blackpink members it could be, because they're all girls. So if a girl card comes up, it's really it's really like a 1/4 of a chance for me to guess which one of these girls it's going to be. But now that I've read it even more, now if I continue to read on, well, I will continue to read on, but when I read on the future on Rose, Lisa, or Jenny, I will now take a closer look at the cards to see which one it could be popping up in the reading. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this reading, and maybe we got to the bottom of something. I hope we sure did. I think I sure did. And definitely got to see the Blackpink girls love each other. And this is what literally could have made Blackpink successful, because of the energy, the chemistry that the 4 girls have towards each other and for each other and with each other. And because of that, that's what made Blackpink stay around for 8 years and still have more in counting. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this reading on Blackpink. Please give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe if you have not subscribed. It would mean a lot to this channel. We really appreciate it. Please leave it down in the comments. As you see, I will eventually get to your reading. It just sometimes, like I said, maybe I just don't understand the importance or see the importance. And then TikTok, the internet does its magic, and I see what you guys see. So with that being said, I will see you guys in the next video. Who am I going to read on next? Oh yes, it was Woo Young, somebody from IVE. I don't know. It's another relationship where I saw videos of these two, and it did seem like he suspiciously just happened to look away when she came around, and it's just the little eyes, I know that's what us fans do. We look at the cameras in the eyes. This is why the idols are literally on their tippy toes whenever they're in the public side. But because of that, I will do a reading on that, because I am curious, because I definitely see with the blanks, with the Blackpink girls, it's the eye contact. They gotta find some way to subtly talk to each other. That's why they gotta learn each other, Well, that being said, I will see you guys in the next one. Sunflowers!